We have learned lessons through defeat as well. Like those days when you wished you would have stayed awake during English class to hear your teacher say that yes, in fact, all papers will be submitted to Turnitin.com. In those times, we went a little bit outside of our comfort zone. This one actually hits home with me pretty hard. I'm sure you all remember the first time you saw me without the bowl cut. That was hard to let go of. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I went out of my comfort zone, pushed the envelope, and took that extra step just to see where it would take me. Because you know what? Every one of you is going to have to be brave in these next chapters of your lives. No longer will we be able to run our lunch accounts into the negatives just because we want them crustable. It doesn't work like that. But I know all of you have got the strength to pull it out when it counts and hang tough when it seems so easy to let go. Never forget your roots, but when the time comes, don't be afraid to cut your proverbial bowl cut too. Thank you.
So there I was, 2,000 miles away from anyone I could call a friend, sitting on the bed in the middle of a hut, in the middle of a Nicaraguan rainforest. The rain pounded harder on the roofs, and moths the size of my hand beat upon the windows, seeking refuge. It was about that time that I thought to myself, Mother Nature, is this all you've got? I suppose I spoke too soon, though, because moments later I looked from the corner of my eye and saw something black fall from the ceiling. I hesitantly looked to the side of my bed to see there, standing menacingly, a giant black tarantula. I stood up on my bed and I yelled out, "Oh my God." Only it was much louder and much more vulgar, I would say. But after a brief moment of panic, I gathered myself together, took a magazine, and took care of the problem. Good evening, class of 2009. My name is Nick Crowley, and I will be your class president this evening. Now, you might be wondering what on earth that story has to do with our present situation here at graduation. Well, there are a few things that I learned in high school that got me into that situation, that got me through it, and that helped me today as I look back on that vivid memory. And I'd like to share some of those things with you today. So why did I put myself in that situation when I'm so terrified of tarantulas, especially, and spiders in general? Well, the first thing I'd like to share with you is that I've learned that in order to understand the world, you have to experience it. I went to Nicaragua to learn the language, to learn about the culture, and to learn about life there. I also learned a little bit about myself along the way, like the courage and independence that I used when battling that tarantula. I took a leap and I emerged with a great understanding of the country of Nicaragua and its people. Secondly, I learned that to appreciate the world and to feel fully satisfied with yourself, you must understand it. That's why you love your friends so much, because you understand them. It's why Plato once said, "The unexamined life is not worth living." It's why you feel so happy when you get that A on the test you study for. That said, it's probably also why I didn't fully appreciate calculus this year. But class of 2009, we'll all have our lonely nights, and our tarantulas to overcome, and our storms to weather. Life is not always a walk in the park. I'm sure many of you know that by now. But I guess what I'm trying to say is this. Life is cheese. Sometimes it stinks. It might stink so bad that you don't want to take another bite. When you take that bite, it's delicious. So go out there and take that bite. Go out and experience the world, because you'll arise from the highs and lows of life the smarter, more mature, more fully appreciative person. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for raising me and fostering that fire within my brothers and me. Thank you, class of 2009, for being such excellent classmates. Think hard, and good luck. Mr. Dr. Keith Martin up to the podium to give us a few words.
Nick.
Next, we'll hear a few words from our Tyler Mandry.
Yeah, Ty.
Now, I have never been able to lead a stadium-wide chant before, so I'd like to hear some noise from and for
Tyler Mandry.
That was awesome, thanks. Experience that we all share the simple truth that we are here. Each one of us are here.
Come on.